Okay, welcome back to another video. So right now I'm going to make a video about if Europe just went into total war. Yes, so I'm just gonna no, I literally have a picture of Europe. I'll just use that one instead. Image. No. There's something wrong with me, but I don't know what. I think I am a robot. I don't want to do this. Why does it take forever to do anything? Also, Russia will not be included in the war since they're basically Eurasia, and it'd probably be better if I did this for Asia. There we go. But I would include Turkey and maybe I will include Azerbaijan, Armenia and Georgia, because some people say, hey, they're Europe, some people say they're Asia, so we'll include them in both. And the reason why I'm not including Russia in this one is because it would be better in Asia, and also Russia is really strong, so it would just go worse for one of the team. Yeah, and I think it would probably be France declaring war on the UK to start off with, because it makes sense. It makes sense. They have never liked each other until like World War II or whatever. Here we go, and they'll be declaring war on the UK, even though the UK is also one of the strongest countries in the world, and France, and I'm pretty sure France is like slightly strong, but even if they do take over the UK, they'll be weak as hell after, because they're not much stronger than the UK. Have to include the Isles of Man and Northern Ireland in the UK's team. And then there's also Ireland to exist. Yeah, so to start off, it's France declaring war on the UK just because they felt like it. It makes sense. Yeah, and then I think Monaco would also go on France's team. And then so would Ireland, because of Northern Ireland. They just want Northern Ireland back. Makes sense. Be quiet, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to be quiet, it makes sense. I'm stupid. I am very, very stupid. I just, yeah, and then for Spain, alright, Gibraltar exists. Yeah, so Spain is definitely going on the red team. But Portugal doesn't like Spain, and they're like really good allies with the UK. So first country going on the blue team, which is Portugal. And then for Andorra, blue team, I'm just joking, they definitely go on the red team. They're literally surrounded by two red team countries. And then for Belgium, wait a minute. I need to undo some things. And by some things, I mean everything. Because I accidentally made it so Luxembourg's like half of what it actually is in real life. But anyway, France red team, Andorra red team, España red team, and then also the little islands are going to be on the red team. And then France also has tiny little Corsica in the red team. Yeah, and I also put Ireland on the red team. And I know that most of the countries are either part of NATO or the EU, but I'm just gonna make it so like for history, if like NATO and the EU didn't exist, because I know probably not even like each other. Wait, no. UK's on the blue team, isn't it? Yeah, because France had all of them, and then Portugal is on the blue team, and I just remembered that my cat is in my room. And then Germany. Oh, Germany. They are weaker than France now, but their relations with France have never been good, so I think Germany would probably go on Team Blue. And then I'd say Luxembourg would also go on Team Blue. Netherlands would go on Team Blue. And then Belgium might go on Team Red, but I think they'd also go on Team Blue because of Benelux. Because I only said if NATO and the EU didn't exist. Yeah, and then Switzerland would probably go on the blue team. Same with Tandil. And then Austria. Say blue team. Yeah, so far the blue team's got a lot more than the red team. And then since Austria's going on blue team, I'd say Hungary also would. And Czechoslovakia, they might go on the red team. Alright, also if you think I got any of these wrong, you can just comment it, but you need to give me a reason why, because you can't just tell me Liechtenstein would go on the red team without any reason. Okay? And then Polska. I don't think they like Germany that much because of World War II, so I think they'd go on the red team. It looks pretty even. Denmark definitely doesn't want to get killed in 6 hours again, so they are probably going on the blue team. Causing Sweden to go on the red team because they don't like Denmark. Because Sweden's mean and they don't like Denmark. They don't like Denmark. Because like they are so mean because they don't like Denmark. And then that will probably cause Norway to go on the blue team. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sweden has like a slightly stronger air force or something, but the rest is basically the same. And then Finland. I think Finland might go on the blue team. But I don't know. Yeah, and then, yeah, Italy was on Germany's side in World War Two, but then they switched sides to the Allies. But I think in this situation they'd probably go on the blue team because they were allies with the Axis for longer than the Allies in World War Two. But hey, I'm on the 11, so I'm probably wrong with a lot of these. Slovenia probably doesn't want to get killed straight away. And then Serbia. Serbia would probably go on a red team. Yeah, and then Croatia and Bosnia. I think Bosnia would go on red team, but Croatia might go on blue team. Yeah, so it looks like blue team's probably gonna win. Montenegro and Albania, and then also Kosovo. I know that Kosovo would go on team blue, but Montenegro is literally surrounded by red countries, and so is Albania, so they'd probably both go on red. And then North Macedonia doesn't really like Serbia, so they'd probably go on team blue. Right, also with the microstates like San Marino and Vatican, they're also on blue. And then Greece. I think Greece might go on blue, which would cause Turkey, or Turkey, because I know there's different ways to say it, but it causes Turkey to go to the red team because they don't like Greece. They don't like Greece because they think Greece are mean. Alright, and then Cyprus also exists. But for this video, they're not going to be split in two, and they're just going to be their own countries in just like one island. And I don't know how much this makes sense, because I know that Cyprus doesn't really like the UK, because the UK owns some of the southern parts of Cyprus. You know, I won't include like the mainland of Russia, but I'll include Kaliningrad. Red team. Bulgaria, I think, would go on the blue team since Greece is on blue and Turkey's on red. Oh, what team would Romania go on? Romania's language is similar to Italy, so they might go on blue team. And then Moldova is definitely going on the blue team because they literally want to join Romania. And then Ukraine, I think, would go on red team, causing Belarus to go on blue team. And then literally all three of the Baltic countries, not the Balkan, the Baltics, would probably all go on the red team. What's the time? Oh, it's 12. And this has already been 13 minutes. Yeah, these three are probably all going on red because of Belarus. And also saying why you need to get included. Alright, and Iceland. Well, if it goes on red team, it's probably going to get invaded by both Norway and the UK, so it will probably go on the blue team. Like, that makes sense, doesn't it? Alright, and I also said I'd include these three. Georgia, Azerbaijan and Armenia. I know I know Armenia would join blue team because of Turkey. And then Georgia and Azerbaijan would probably join red team because of Turkey. Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. So I guess I'll just start it then. So it's probably gonna start with Ireland invading the UK. Almost kicking them out of Northern Ireland. They still have a tiny little bit. But the UK is able to send troops over to there in hours. Yeah, literally in hours. Like, not days, not months, not weeks, not years, but hours. And then they also start invading just Ireland. Yeah, they probably take over Ireland in a few weeks, just because they're a lot stronger than Ireland. And I'm from the UK, so I just want them to win. Yeah, so they're occupied by the UK for now. And then France starts making an invasion into Germany. It's quite a big invasion, and then they are able to take over Luxembourg and they do quite good in Belgium. Yeah, they do quite good against Belgium, and they just kill Belgium, and then they start invading the Netherlands. But then their army gets quite low after a little bit after this, so they have to stop. But they have taken over part of the Netherlands. But Spain starts making a big invasion into Portugal. Then the invasion gets, and then they get a little bit weaker. But then the UK sends quite a bit of military equipment over to Portugal, and they're able to kick out the Spanish, until the Spanish are only occupying about half of their country, and probably make it a little bit into Spain, but not too much. Maybe just maybe like that. And then Italy and Switzerland make a small invasion into France until they're eventually stopped. Alright, and Sardinia and Corsica. Yeah, about that. Yeah, and then Turkey probably does quite well against them. Yeah, they probably take over a large portion of Greece. And then Romania just ceases to exist. Not Romania, Bulgaria. It's not called Romania. At least I think it's not. Could be. No, it's not. Just do that. Yeah, so basically Bulgaria just ceases to exist. And then Serbia just takes Kosovo. Right, and Turkey probably gets quite far into North Macedonia too. Yeah, and then Ukraine probably makes it into Moldova until they're eventually stopped by Moldovan and Romanian forces, and then Romania pushes into southern Ukraine. Alright, also Belarus is just getting invaded by everybody. It's basically a party to invade Belarus. Yay! That's amazing, isn't it? Yes, literally like 3 or 4 countries invading to Belarus. Wait, that's the wrong colour, isn't it? Yeah, but a lot of countries invaded Belarus until Belarus eventually asks them to stop invading them, and then Belarus just switches teams because they become a puppet. Yeah, Belarus just becomes a puppet. Yeah. Yeah, because Belarus really doesn't want to deal with that. Alright, and also Norway and Finland, they're doing quite good against IKEA. No, it's probably really doing it quicker. They take over this. Alright, and Norway can probably take over these parts of Sweden too. But Sweden stays strong. Yeah, Sweden resists it until Denmark also starts invading them. Now, Denmark's invasions are going to be smaller invasion, like just tiny little invasion. Yeah, but then Sweden sets up their troop, and they are able to push out the Danes. Not as in the Great Danes, but they're able to push out the Danish people, and also the Norwegian people quite a lot, and the Finns a little bit. Yeah, they're able to do a lot against them until they're not able to anymore, and then their army's a lot weaker now, so they just start getting invaded again. Yeah, so yeah, it's not going very good for them. Could be worse though. They could be Ireland, but they're not. Yeah, and then they start getting invaded more by like 3 different countries, and then that just ends up to them straight up surrendering. Yeah, they just surrendered because they knew they weren't gonna live much longer. And then what else? Alright, probably Poland and Czechia making small invasions I'm gonna say wait, no, that's the wrong card. Making small invasions into Germany. And they were able to take over a little bit, and that's actually kind of close to the capital. But then Germany wakes up and gives them a slap, and then just gives them a massive slap across the face. And then from that, they push into Czechia, and Czechia wants to surrender, but Germany doesn't let them because they're mean. Yeah, and they just push into Czechia. Alright, and also into Poland. Does this remind you of anything? Yeah, and then they force Poland to surrender. Right, it's the wrong colour. But as for the Czechs, they don't surrender as quickly. Until they get split into two and then just get invaded and die. And then Italy and Switzerland make a little bit more progress into France. And I think at this point they've taken over Monaco. Alright. Yeah. As for Portugal... Yeah. And then also... There you go, that looks about right. Alright, now these guys get back in Poland a little bit more until they get pushed back out. Yeah, because they're not as strong as Germany. Alright. And Belarus, Lithuania and Kaliningrad do invade into Poland. Tiny little, no, probably a bit more. Yeah, into about there. Yeah, maybe there. Yes, I was thinking like that. Yeah, but but they're not really worried about that because they're just gonna help Romania invade into Ukraine. A bit like Russia. And then eventually their troops meet up and then together they storm into Crimea. Yeah, into Crimea. And then they basically just get a lot of Ukraine, so now Ukraine's basically just landlocked. Yeah, it's not turning out very good for them. They eventually split Ukraine in half. Alright, but before that happened, Ukraine was able to successfully take over Moldova. Yeah, and then they start making bigger invasions into Ukraine. Yeah, so Ukraine didn't have much longer life. Right, don't know how North Macedonia's still alive. Yeah, they're just dead. And, alright, speaking of dead, yeah, Greece, I'm sorry. Alright, and also about the Baltics. That should be red. Yeah, they're able to push these guys out quite quickly. they don't need to use too many troops to push into Kaliningrad, so they it takes them quite a bit still, just because they don't want to use too many troops up. Yeah, and then also Lithuania takes a little bit to be taken over. Yeah, and then also Latvia gets invaded, so but that also takes quite a little bit to be taken over. Yes, so now Lithuania's gone and Latvia's gonna be slowly taken over because they're okay. Their military is probably about 1 out of 5 stars, but that's still okay. Yeah, and just remember that in this NATO and the EU cease to exist. How long has this been going on for? 31. Alright, and Estonia's like really weak. Yeah, so they don't exist anymore. Right, and also these islands. I don't know what they're called, but that doesn't concern me that much right now. Yeah, they're so... Alright. Yeah, Sweden still exists on this island, but not for long. Yeah, they didn't live that long just from an island. Alright, and also Belarus. Yeah. You know how at the beginning of this they were on Blue Team? Yeah, they kind of want to switch back to that now. Alright, and Moldova probably exists again now. And then slowly but surely they're probably going to push back into Bulgaria. And that is a rebellion which will want to be part of Blue Team again. Okay, and they start invading with more troops. Until the Turks and Serbs can't keep it anymore, and then it just here comes Blue Team again, like it was before. And then these countries, yeah, that's probably how it would work. And then they probably make a small invasion into Turkey, probably only taking over Istanbul. Alright, I forgot about this. Yeah, France is stronger now. They're taking over more. Yeah, they took over all of the Netherlands, and now they're taking over quite a lot of Germany. Also, nukes aren't going to be involved in this. And they're able to take over a few parts of Germany. And then they try to... Yeah, they take over about half of Germany. Yes, yeah, but the Germans invaded into France. They asked Denmark, Norway, Finland, and Sweden to help, and also Poland and Czechia to help, and they say yes. because they're good allies. Either that or they're puppets of Germany. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, and then a small invasion back into Luxembourg. And then we get a tiny little bit back into the Nether. Oh no, not that much. Yeah, maybe about that much. Yeah, and France knows that they can't hold on for much long. Can't hold on to that stuff for much longer, so they just try to focus on trying to get the Italians and Swiss out of their country. That goes quite well. Until it doesn't go quite well anymore. And then eventually Croatia takes over Bosnia and Herzegovina because they're really not that strong. Yeah, I know that Bosnia, Montenegro, Albania and North Macedonia aren't even that strong. Yes, so they probably take over these three guys. Yeah, so yeah. It's probably how it's going right now. Yeah, so now these guys can help it. Yeah, they can help out now. Yes, so this is probably how it goes. Yeah, so they take all of their troops out of Belgium and the Netherlands to try to fight them off. They probably do little attacks, and then they use most of their military strength to try to push them out, but they're not able to push them out completely, and they just wasted their whole military budget. Which is basically what Russia is doing in the rest of Ukraine, wasting all of their military budget. Yeah, so we can just imagine it's not going very well for them. And they do get into Paris, but they're the leader, so they get help by all of their allies since they're the literal leader, and then together they push them all out. Yeah, and then and since you can't do that, they probably make a small one. Like Italy probably use like Sardinia to their advantage to take the little Spanish island. Yep, all three of them, and I'm pretty sure there's more than three, but these are the three main islands. There you go. Yes, that's them. Yeah, and then they're able to push into Spain a tiny bit. Spain is able to almost push them out until Italy gets help from all of these. Alright, speaking of the Balkans. Yeah. Yeah, this is probably how it goes. Alright, and also you. Yep, that's probably how it goes right now. And then Cyprus just makes a tiny little invasion into Turkey. But it doesn't go that well because Turkey just pushes them out. Yeah, Turkey just pushes them out with an overwhelming amount of troops, leading to Cyprus just dying. And they're able to hold off Turkey, but Turkey's able to get that stuff back, Istanbul. But then it's basically just a stalemate, and they don't really do much. Alright, and also you cease to exist, Slovakia. Yes, so now it's only a few countries left on their team. Alright, I forgot about Armenia. Yeah, let's just assume it's not going too well for them. Alright, yeah, and then Italy gets Switzerland, Liechtenstein, literally all of the Balkans to help them attack into Spain. Yeah, they have a lot more troops now. Yeah, they probably do a lot of damage to Spain. Yeah, and then they just start making a tiny little invasion into Spain, and then there's also Andorra. Yeah. And then they're able to split Spain in half, take the southern part of Spain. Yeah, and then they're just gonna take back Portugal quickly. And then Portugal also helps push into Spain. It wasn't supposed to do that. Okay, I'm gonna go now, but I will make part 2 maybe. Oh wait a minute. I'm back now. Yeah, I was just eating my lunch. Yeah, so anyway, it doesn't look very good for Turkey. Wait, I have an idea. For when I for if all of the countries went into total war for after that. For if there was a three-way war. So they're just pushing into Turkey right now. Which Turkey kind of deserves because they took over quite a few countries. Yeah, so right now they've taken over about maybe a third of Turkey. Turkey. Not the food Turkey, the country Turkey. Alright, and also for Cyprus, yeah, they just get Cyprus back. Even though Cyprus isn't that useful because they're really... Yeah, they start pushing into Turkey more. And they keep on doing that until Turkey just surrenders, straight up surrender. Yeah, and then it doesn't really look too good for these guys. Bam, bam, bam. And then bam. Alabama. Yeah, and then it's just France left. So yeah, they just make the smart decision to do that, which is surrender. And anyway, let's have a look at the peace treaty. Okay, so this is the peace treaty. So the UK annexes all of Ireland. Please don't slap me. And they also take part of France. And then Portugal gets a little bit of Spain. And then Luxembourg gets quite a lot bigger. Get that triple this one. And then Belgium gets some land. Germany gets some land from France. And then it doesn't show, and it doesn't look like Italy got any land from France, but they did. They got the little island of Corsica, and they're happy. Croatia takes all of Bosnia. Austria and Hungary become Austria-Hungary and take all of Czechia and Slovakia. Romania gets a lot of Ukraine. Moldova gets a little bit of Ukraine. Greece takes Istanbul and renames it Constantinople. Cyprus gets a little bit of Turkey. So they probably like double down. And then Finland got quite a bit of Sweden, same with Norway. We just got a chunk and also the young. And then Denmark also about, they probably doubled down, and they got a little bit of Sweden too. So Sweden's just gone. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe, I really need it.